So I had a heated exchange with Detective O'Will on Twitter. He said, I made a new video. I push and David Wood. Not all Muslim can refute us. No Muslim can refute us. So, guys, sorry, I cannot see very well from here. Do you deny the point they made in this video? I responded, and I posted a video. He said, I already responded to that video. Mate, are you okay? And I said, sorry, I haven't watched it yet. I will watch it now. And by coincidence, guys, from a 2-hour live, we both chose the same part to respond. That was an interesting coincidence. But let's first watch our videos.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before beginning this video, I apologize for the bad quality of the voice, but I'm recording while driving my car. And what happened actually, I was listening to a live stream that Ridwan had with David Wood today. David Wood, you know, the savior of Ridwan. Whenever Ridwan gets smashed by a Muslim, he would call David Wood and he would say, oh David, please, I got smashed. I want you to come and help me.
Okay, let's see how Detective O'Will defines winning a debate. Daniel can say being a slave is better than being a king. If the Apus mug couldn't refute that, then Daniel won. Apus lost. That is how debates work. It is about the performance of the two debaters. If one debater is sitting like a mug, not being able to refute anything, then he lost. Even if his opponent said the most ridiculous thing, the fact he couldn't refute that make him a loser. Detective O'Will here is responding to my tweet. Let me show you my... I said, what I detect in the populist Muslim approach on these debates is you focus on rhetoric instead of essence. For example, Hijab versus Wood. Hijab won this debate with his bullying, yet 2 years after, still Christians use this debate to criticize Islam. God pray, God's parts. Daniel supposedly won AP, but for the next century, atheists will use Daniel's slavery is better than employment and offensive jihad statements to dig holes in Islam. If that is winning, you should win more often, until Islam ends for too much winning. In other words, Detective O'Will, this scientist, this molecular biologist, this nuclear scientist, admitted what David Wood is saying. What David Wood said, my dear friend, you don't focus on the essence and you focus to make a character assassination of the Apostate Prophet. And then pretend that, oh, the Apostate Prophet is not a good debater, therefore Islam is true. No.
As if the most obvious fake philosopher in history could help himself, let alone helping others. So what happened in that live stream? I didn't watch or listen to the full live stream. So they were talking about the conversation that Ali Dawah had with Ridwan. They said something which I find very, very interesting. Let's listen to it.
It is definitely, it is hilarious. But you notice how his entire plan all along was not to debate anything regarding Islam, but rather to engage in trickery. That was his main purpose, because his main purpose is not to refute my arguments about Islam or to preach about Islam and to justify his religion. His main purpose for coming there is to try and in their word, expose me and humiliate and belittle me, just to basically character assassination.
Okay, and it goes on, the same clip, I made a response, so I will show it again later. But, okay, let's see what Detective O'Will said about this.
That seems to be everywhere.
Now this is the stupidest lie anyone can tell, but I don't blame Ridwan or David for saying this to their fans, to their followers. Because, they know how gullible they are. They know how stupid they are. The only people who are going to believe this stupid lie are the gullible fans of David Wood and Ridwan, who are completely disconnected from the real world, who don't watch anything apart from David Wood and Ridwan's videos. They don't watch any...
Yeah, Mr. Detective, for a detective, you are saying the complete opposite of truth. Everything you said applies perfectly to you. Okay, David Wood just said clear-cut, blunt truth. Okay, so let's see my video first.
You notice how his entire plan all along was not to debate anything regarding Islam, but rather to engage in trickery. That was his main purpose, because his main purpose is not to refute my arguments about Islam. His main purpose for coming there is to try and, in their word, expose me and humiliate and belittle me, just to, basically character assassination ad hominems, just to say, hey, this guy is look at this guy, he's such an idiot, he's such a pervert and weirdo and this and that, why would you listen to him any further? Instead of engaging with my arguments, he simply comes there to try and trick me, break every agreement that he made, just like Muhammad Hijab did before, just like Muhammad Hijab did with you and with me. He comes and makes agreements with you, then he breaks all those agreements, and then he tries to go for ad hominems, for character assassination, just so that he can shut you down forever, which does not work. These people simply do not get it, but that's what they go for, right?
In Islam, it seems like the goal is not to refute the argument of your opponent, but to discredit your opponent so that people never listen to the argument. And then you can just say, whenever someone says, hey, the apostate prophet gave this argument, say, ha ha, but Ali Dawah already humiliated the apostate prophet. So in other words, your argument can't possibly be right. And that's ridiculous, right? I mean, that is one of the classic fallacies, the fallacy of the irrelevant ad hominem. And the point here, guys, is if you make an argument, that argument stands or falls based on the merits of the argument. It doesn't matter if I'm an axe murderer, right? It would not matter what I am. If the argument is solid and the evidence is solid, then it's a good argument. It does not matter about the person raising the argument. And notice he tried to trick you from the beginning when he said, AP, as you know, every surah in the Quran begins with the Bismillah. Is that right? Oh, see, do all you Muslims who are leaving Islam right now, do you see?
Adam sees right through you.
So that was my video. So we both saw exactly the same 2 minutes. Yet we came to the complete opposite conclusion. I concluded that this is obviously true. Obviously. Brain dead, obviously true. Detective O'Neill said the complete opposite. That is the most obvious lie. One of us is completely deluded. Who that might be? Let's see. That will be a tough one.
From David Wood and Ridvan's videos, they don't watch anything else. These are the only people who are going to get tricked by this funny, hilarious, ridiculous lie.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
The only people, let's see what Sajid Lipham said. Detective O'Reilly. The only people. Most of the Muslim community, you idiot, say the same thing.
And one of the hilarious things was, because I made a video about this when he was saying he's going to get you, his purpose in the debate is going to be to get you to criticize Christianity. So it's a debate, Islam versus atheism. And he says he's going to bring up a bunch of Christian things to get you to criticize the Christian things so that he can cause division between you and your Christian followers. And so, right? That's his 2022 Dawah strategy. So hijabs.
What's that, Sherlock? What's that? So even Ali Dawah admits he's doing that.
Strategy is, if I could just get on a bunch of podcasts, other people's podcasts, then so many people will convert to Islam, we could stop the avalanche, right? That's his theory. And Ali Dawah's theory is, I'm going to cause the division between all the enemies of Islam who are uniting. And the hilarious part is, these are the guys who are uniting everyone against Islam, right?
So are they the only ones?
To be your style or my style or this sheikh style. Everyone can have some unique style, but there's some limits that we have to stick, within, right? That would be something very, very important.
We wanted to record this because this is a consistent behavior. This is like an actual ideology and
Yes.
practical approach that many people are taking online, where they get into these debates, where they debate from a philosophical standpoint, and they also have this sort of arrogance about them, where it turns into this like as if they're stand-up comedians or they're WWE wrestlers or something. You know, those are sort of the personas that many people have taken on. So like it reaches a point where this is causing too much damage and it needs to be addressed. People need to understand that this is not from Islam. This sort of behavior is not from Islam. And that's why we're recording this video.
When you mock someone, it's fighting talk, right? But if you're expecting to have a conversation in front of an audience and you constantly humiliate someone, what do you expect will be the result? You humiliate them, in other words, and then out of spite, they will start insulting Allah.
I would like to apologize if your feelings were hurt or his feelings were hurt for some of the statements or that statement that I made. You talked about unity and brotherhood. I think it's so important. We're all in this dawah.
So another dumb person, according to Detective O'Will. Let's see, now let's go to some more. Because you have 600k subscribers and people watching will think all Muslims act this way. You didn't do anything beneficial. No one converted to Islam because of this. Even Muslims didn't like this, dear brother. Please change your ways. And Ali Dawah responded, this is how you know when someone has personal issues. Majority of my dialogues and even debates are civil and I call for good manners. The moment I deal with an enemy of Allah, they used it to attack me. I enjoy every bit of humiliating him. What's that? What's that? Detective O'Will? Even Ali Dawah admits that his aim was to humiliate him.
What's happening? What's happening? Oh, here. So here's this guy, this mufti, telling him Ali Dawah shouldn't use the word dawah in his handle. He had a very disappointing discussion with a murtad. It violated Allah's decree. And then a quote from the Quran, which is and discuss with them with goodness or something like that. And then Ali Dawah says, Assalamu alaikum. You saw to your logic when Abu Bakr insulted the mushriks by saying, go suck the clitoris of the idol. What is this?
What's that? Ali Dawah again admitting that he insulted and he went to humiliate the Apostate Prophet, the same way Abu Bakr did.
Because anyone who knows little about the interactions between Muslims and these bunch of clowns know very well that Muslims have completely refuted and debunked every single argument these bunch of clowns made. For example, if you want to talk about Ridvan, Farid made 52 videos.
I don't know how many times I should repeat this before you understand it. A debate is not won or lost based on the people of the West liking it or hating it. A debate is won based on the arguments. The West likes it or not is irrelevant. You honestly need to change your name to Socrates' enemy, because you are indeed a disgrace to Socrates. If you don't understand what a debate is, what else did you not understand? Okay, now let's see again what you were saying after. I'm not asking you to tell me your opinion of Islam. Mate, you are getting cringy. On videos, it looks like you are in your 40s or 50s. But when someone listens to you, it seems you are a third standard. You are not able to understand simple words. Whether hijab won or not depends on the debate itself, not on what the fans of David Wood say after the debate. Even if everything hijab said was wrong and David Wood failed to refute him, hijab would still be the winner of the debate. Inspector Gadget, you are a joke. So let me tell you now what you need to investigate. You are refuting yourself. So let me show you now your next comments. Ali Dawah saying that he wanted to humiliate your Apus doesn't mean that Muslims do not refute Apus' argument. What? What is that? Muslims refute outside the debate, you mean now. How many times do you have to repeat that before you get it? I don't mean to be rude, mate, but seriously, I think you need to improve your comprehension skills, because clearly you don't understand the simple words I'm using. Are you okay? Do you understand English? I'm saying I responded to the stupid points you raised and said that your cross-dressing master is the most refuted anti-Islam clown on the internet. So now it's outside the debate. Detective Will. Now it's outside the debate. Wait just a moment. Before you were saying only the debate matters. You are contradicting yourself after the next tweet, in other words. Detective Will. You scientist. You molecular biologist. You dare, my friend, to challenge me. Are you serious, my friend? Okay, let me now make you understand your tragedy, you idiot. You accuse the other side of not seeing the refutations of Farid, the retard, where we actually saw his refutations, his comedies, in other words. Yet you haven't seen our refutations. My friend, if you have seen our refutations, you wouldn't have dared to speak to me like that. Okay, so what you accuse others of doing, you are doing that. You only see the one side and think you are winning. My friend, I am like, what was his name? Rambo. I am like Rambo, my friend. Okay? I am the devil. I am Jibril, my friend. Are you serious, my friend? Who you are challenging? After this tragic realization and this tragic set of events, Socrates Son lost an argument and with that the will to live. He took his wise but not so funny companion Minerva and went to his home village in Sparta, away from the world that so much had hurt him. Now he spends his time helping young Greek kids to learn how to read and write and how to fight dyslexia. Nobody in this small community knows that this ordinary looking guy was once the great philosopher. Dude, look how I'm starting my videos. Ready for bloodbaths. Only that should have made you think. Look how I start my videos.
Evil, filthy things. Disbelievers, the evil, wicked, mischievous people. Black, you can see the evil in that face.
Good job, you idiot. You are challenging the devil. The devil. In responding videos, you are challenging the devil. The devil. I mean, you are a kid that started doing videos 2 months ago, and you are challenging the devil, 40 years old. Okay, 40 years old malacas. I have a nice idea. Let's challenge the devil and play smart. Okay. Again, whether hijab won or not depends on the debate itself, not on what the fans of David Wood says after the debate. Exactly. Detective Will. Although even that is not true. But anyway. Even if everything hijab said was wrong and David failed to refute him, hijab would still be the winner of the debate. Subhanallah, mate. Are you a human being or a robot? No, I am the devil, my friend. And that's your problem.
Debunking Ridvan. He made those videos 2 years ago. He didn't make them last week or last month. He made them 2 years ago. And ever since Farid made these videos, Ridvan never responded to a single one. He just responded to the one about the moon splitting, and even then Farid made a counter argument and Ridvan went silent.
Did Christian Prince responded to any of those videos? What do you think? Because now you are referring to a third party, Farid, responding to the Apostate Prophet. How about another third party, Christian Prince, responding to Farid? Did you saw these videos? How about me refuting Farid? Have you seen these videos? And in fact, I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you right now. Bring me the best Farid respond video and see after how good it was. Detective Will. So what if a retard like Farid made a respond video? So what? Moreover, how is that relevant with the point of David Wood? How is that relevant? No connection whatsoever. What David Wood said still applies. Because David Wood was referring to Ali Dawah and Mohammed Hijab, trying to humiliate their opponents instead of addressing their arguments. And in fact, the Muslim community reaction to these debates proves that, my friend. You had a guy that said that slavery is better than employment. In the normal world, Detective O'Will, if you investigate the normal world, in other words, if you take a spacecraft and come to reality, to the real world, Daniel Hakikatsu, with this statement, he wouldn't have been able to get out of his home with this kind of statement. Slavery is better than employment. Yet you idiots present him as a hero. Are you serious, my friend? In a debate where a person said that made fun of executing gays is his style and said slavery is better than employment, he won this debate. How much Islam fucked your brain, my friend? How much? Anyway, ending this response, because this person is a young person, he's passionate. I am also passionate. I'm not against that. I don't want to end your career, you idiot. So, make the mistake and respond to my video. We haven't started yet. Okay? We haven't started yet. So, I'm willing to forget. Now I'm willing to go elsewhere. Make the mistake and respond to this video. And then the real party will start. Detective Will. Philosopher and internet jockey Socrates Son. Life was simple. Rumors say that every night people can still hear his cries.